So one reason why we use rope is that it's really strong and it's not corrosive. It won't rust and dissolve in the harsh sea environments down there. And actually this rope, when it's under tension, is stronger than a steel cable. If we had a metal cable, it would be really hard to do these splices and all these attachments into there. But with rope, we can just use these old mariner's skills of splicing to put things back onto it. So these skills of being able to splice rope is kind of a lost art. I was lucky enough to have another scientist, Keir Becker, at the University of Miami, and he taught me how to do these things. He's trying to make an eye loop at the end of the ropes. These are the ropes that are going to be part of the observatory that have temperature sensors on them. Here's one of the temperature sensors that is all wrapped up. These all connect up to the osmo sampler, which is outside right now with all the fluid sampling. So this is going to go inside of the observatory, and then we have to pull it all out to get all the data back. So we want it to look like this, and what happens is that we have one end, and then we reinsert it back into itself, into the rope a bit here, and then we pull it out, and then we unbraid the whole thing. This is 12-strand rope, spectra rope. Each one is twisted in a certain direction, so some of them twist to, I guess this way is twisting towards the right, other ones twist to the left. And so we have to identify which ones twist in each direction, and then we make pairs of them. So there's six pairs of the two different types. So we pair them up, and then once we paired them up, we spread them all out. Now what we're going to do is we are then going to weave it back through each of these pairs. We're going to weave it back through down the length of this. And so that's what we've done over here. For each one of those pairs, we go over one strand, and then under two, over one, under two, over one, under two. It's very much like knitting or crochet. So this is a really strong splice. So this is a weak link, and so with our rope sections, they're going to connect into different parts in here, and we can connect to these little bits and connect this to the osmo sampler as well. But what is interesting about this is that this thing is designed to fail. In case perhaps the fault zone slips and grabs hold of our sensors, we want to be able to get at least some of the things out. So this is put in certain positions so that it will break if the fault zone grabs a hold of it, or something gets stuck, it will break under tension and we can get the things above it. So later on, because the fluid samplers, the osmo samplers, are sucking in fluid from the fault zone, they're taking little fault sample or fluid samples, and then the temperature sensors have their own data loggers. So to get any data back from the temperature sensors, or to get any of those fluid samples to do measurements on, we're going to have to pull everything out. But the drill ship's not going to be here anymore, and so the only way to go back down there is with an ROV, a remotely operated vehicle, essentially an unmanned submarine that's connected to a boat via a cable. And so it will go down to the seafloor, and with its robot arms, it will grab a hold of this top plug and then pull everything up to the surface again so we can get our samples back.